If you listened to me in the last video and finally started your own online business, or you're thinking about it, and maybe you happen to actually take action and find a client or two, got paid, but they also tipped you for being so swell, or maybe you have an employee that you needed to work extra long hours. Is your employee in for a big tax bill, or do you have to pay taxes on that $200 tip that you got? Well, let's dive in. First, we must acknowledge this benefit will run out in 2028, which was obviously just thrown into the bill because that is what Trump promised on the campaign trail. And to be clear, I actually don't really like this. I don't think it's necessary. It's confusing as hell. I bet most people don't even claim most of their tips, especially cash ones. However, let's just get into the facts. There is an income limit. This only applies to workers earning $160,000 per year. It's going to create a deduction on the federal income tax, not an exclusion from wages. Cash tips, credit card tips, tips from food, beverage services, beauty services, where tipping is customary, that is all covered. Automatic service charges, like, when you go to a hotel, it's 18% gratuity, or, on vacation, that is excluded. And employers still have to withhold the income tax from those tips, and then the employees get a refund at the end of the year. And all of this needs to be reported on their W-2. And so who's going to benefit from this? There's about 4 million tipped workers, but 37% of tipped workers already pay no income tax, so those won't benefit because they earn less than, $15,000 a year. And now let's talk about the no tax on overtime, and it works very similar, but here are the actual facts. There is an income limit. It applies to workers earning under $160,000 per year. There's really no cap, so there's no limit on how much overtime pay can be deducted. It's structured the same way. It creates a deduction on federal income tax returns. Employers still need to withhold the federal income tax on the overtime, and workers get a refund when filing, and it's also going to end in 2028. And who's going to be eligible for this? Over 80 million hourly workers potentially will qualify. And yes, some will love it and some will hate it, but in the end, just let us keep our money. Up next, the most controversial of them all, the SALT deduction. Follow me to learn more and watch more if you want to learn exactly why this is important.